Hi, guys, welcome to another episode of the pod. This is a solo episode of the pod. I am your host. My name is Anita here, and welcome. This is just me. Why is it doing that? I hope the audio is doing its thing because I'm just a little bit okay. I am in my room, just gonna record this. I fixed up this little space in my room. It's still a little bit messy, but I fixed the space so that I'm able to record an episode for you guys. um or whenever I'm doing any type of recording, I would have that space to do so. It's just a little corner in my room, and I love it. Almost done, as you can see. Do have a couple of photos up, a little bit, decor going on. And we love that. So I have a couple of questions from Instagram that I wanted to ask to answer, and then I did find a few questions from Google that I wanted to answer as well. These are photography related, so if you have any other questions that you want to ask me, I will link the email down below. It's there to create a podcast at gmail.com. I will also try and put it on the screen for the video so that you guys can see, whether that's photography confessions, horror stories, working with a photographer or working with a client. Any questions that you might have, feel free to, put it in the email, and I will try and go through them as soon as I can. So, first question, we're gonna get started. I'm sorry that I'm gonna be sniffling throughout the video. I am getting over a cold. Also, there's a lot of noises outside. The birds are really on it. They do this every week, every day, every single day. They come because I have the dish, the satellite dish, outside my window. So they just love to come and just stand on there and chirping away every day, every morning, day and night, and it's a little bit annoying. So I got used to it, but the audio does tend to pick it up. Um, but it's fine. So, first question, what do you find most enjoyable about photography? So, when it comes to photography, I just love the whole vibe of it. Like anything, so like pre-photography, so like planning the shoots, figuring out where to do it, what type of shoot that I want to do, or what type of shoot the client is looking for. Like I just go with it. Like I love that whole creative process in the beginning of the shoot. um so like the pre-shoot, and then I love the whole post-production. So like doing the shoot, setting things up, and like getting the photos and the different angles and the different styles, and just going really ham on that. Like I just love every aspect of the photo shoots, of like photography. Like the whole thing just makes me really happy and just fuels my heart and my soul. So yeah, what is what inspired you to get into photography? I think it was just I wanted to do photography when I left high school, but I didn't, and that was a mistake. Like do classes. I just went in a different direction. But my last year of sixth form, I did my GCSEs, and I was like, do you know what? I can't find any other creative stuff to do, so I'll just do photography. And I'm so glad that I did, because from that whole year, it was just like a light bulb just went on. Like we went through the whole process of like we had this little A2 sketchbooks, and like we would do a photo shoot, and then we'll edit them using Photoshop, and then we learn about Photoshop, and then we'll analyze the photos. I love that. And then we'll like print out the photos, and then write analysis of the photo, print that out and stick it on the book. And that whole thing just like, and a lot of the photos that I was doing was towards, black and white photos, and I think that really just strengthened everything all at once. There was just so much emotion behind black and white photos. Portraits were like my favorite, and still are my favorite. So yeah. Oh, what is your dream photo shoot? A dream photo shoot for me would be editorial fashion photos, like outrageous outrageous photo shoots, and like, clothes, like so like different styles of clothes, and just like really out there, very editorial, very um magazine like. um but the closest thing that I do now are editorial portraits. So they're still kind of similar, but for me, I prefer they're not as big as sorry, I'm covering the mic with the thing and you guys can hear the audio. I'm sorry about that. um let's just do it from this angle. If you're not watching the video, go to YouTube and watch that. So I think I will say editorial fashion. I would love to just go all out on that, and it would be so fun. What do you find hardest about photography? Um, in the beginning, it can be very lonely, very lonely. I didn't have anybody that really understood why I wanted to do photography. I didn't have anyone that was interested in photography in the way that I was. Um, and a lot of time when I was building up my portfolio, I begged a lot of my family and friends to model for me, and a lot of the time they were just doing their own thing. Weren't really interested, so I had to book in advance for them to clear a day for me so that I can do the shoots. um, I would say building up the portfolio was a little bit harder for me in the beginning, um, and now things are a little different, obviously. But also the hardest part was people, again, it comes down to for them not understanding why I wanted to do photography. They always had something to say on like why I shouldn't pursue this, um why I shouldn't pursue it. So they'll be like, there's no money in it, there's like, you're not gonna get anything from this. They'll also bring religion into it. So I'm from a Muslim background, I'm Muslim, so they would tell me that God won't be happy with this and all of that. And a lot of the time that was very disheartening, and there were points in my life where I did listen, and I wish I hadn't, because I wasted a lot of time. And now but then in a way I don't regret it because now I know how to stand up for myself. I know how to what I need to say, and or I know the type of people that I want to surround myself with. Also, another thing that has changed is I'm going out of my way trying to make friends with other creators and other photographers so that I do have people that understand what I'm saying, so it doesn't have to feel so lonely when doing photography. What is your main aim each photo shoot each photo shoot? Just to chill, obviously it can be hard when working with other people, but in hopes, like for my clients, I really just hope they have fun and enjoy their day and just relax, and um I tend to just go with the flow a lot of the time, but I do a lot of preparing for the shoots. Whether that's like doing the questionnaires beforehand, um, doing the creative sessions with the clients, and to go through the questionnaires and to go through any doubts and issues that they might have, so that when the day actually comes, everybody is comfortable, confident, and ready to do the shoot. And I'm not doing long day shoots. Mine, I do a lot of mini shoots, which are just, it's easy. It's just an hour of the day that we agree on. Just a chill vibe, whether that's doing it in my home studio or whether we're doing it outside. What is your favorite time of the day or night? What is your favorite day to do a shoot? So I would say a lot of the times I prefer doing, when the sun is setting. So like that golden hour, so good. I tend to work with a lot of natural light. I tend to work with shadows a lot. So I would also when the sun is coming up as well. Sunrise, sunsets are like perfect. Gloomy days. I mean, London is always gloomy. The weather's always, having its thing. But if you look at my Instagram, you would see a lot of the photos that I tend to do are a lot of the photos that I tend to do are dramatic, gloomy type of photo shoots, and that's just fun to me, and I love that. And then, how would you handle a client who is unhappy with their photos and wants a refund? So I don't do refunds, um, and you know, there's a reason why I'm gonna keep prefacing this. There's reasons why I do have the questionnaires and why I have the creative sessions, so that things like that don't happen. But if they do happen, um, I don't know. Like, I haven't had anybody tell me that they were unhappy with my photos just yet, and I hope that it doesn't happen. Um, but I try to like avoid that happening by preparing a lot before the shoot, um, which is why I push anyone that is going to book me to book me in advance, so that we can go through the questionnaires, we can do the creative sessions where we just have a Zoom call for like 10 to 15 minutes. Talk about your goal for the shoot and what you want, you know, what you want for the photos to say to your customers or audience. So a lot of the photos I tend to do are brand photos, so like personal branding, editorial portraits, mainly branding photos. So I won't be doing any any weddings or events. Yeah, I don't think I'm prepared for that. Um, and when I was building my portfolio from the beginning, I have been working more on editorial portraits, dramatic portraits, personal branding. So those are what I love more and what I worked more on. And so when I'm working on it, I try my very best to get all the answers before doing the shoots. But I honestly don't know. I'm gonna really have to think about it because I don't offer refunds. Um, because at the end of the day, we still did the shoot, you know. We can't undo the shoot. You still got the photos and all of that. So, how would you handle a client who has entirely different vision to what you want compared to what they think would look best? For I think this is where I've been having a struggle a little bit because when I launched my business and like I was, you know, contacting clients, I like when I was doing the whole pitching thing, I really had to I kept second guessing myself because a lot of the time I keep thinking about the stars. A lot of people tend to go for the bright and airy photo shoots, and I tried to do that, but then it didn't really match my vibe. And I don't think so far I had a client tell me that they don't want what type of vision that I might have, because like again, the video call, the questionnaire is just, it's me getting a glimpse of what they want and how they want their photos to look, you know, from like the color to the location to all of that. It's just me trying to understand the type of shoots that you're looking for, the type of so that I can get an idea and I can work off of the notes that we got from the videos and the questionnaire. And I tried my best to do what they want, but I tend to do best of both worlds as well. Like I try to put it in the middle, but it is quite good for me to go outside of the box sometimes, you know, just challenge myself doing different things when it comes to the shoots. Like they don't have to be the same, you know, just because I like um and again, every client is different, every brand is different. What questions do you ask clients before a photo shoot to ensure you capture what they want? So I'm just gonna go over here. Hopefully the audio will be still recording. So there's a questionnaire on my website. Just logging in real quick. So like I said, I do a lot of brand photo shoots. So the questions would be like, what what does your business do? You know, tell me a little bit about your current audience, your target market. What is their story? How do you want to feel when you see these images? How do you want people to feel when they see these images? How many outfits do you want to plan for the session? Do you have any help with styling? Is there a particular shoot that needs to take priority over others? Brand colors. Um, you know, have you experienced a professional photo shoot before? Um, you know, do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert? How would you describe your personal style? Is there anything that you would like to avoid? Is there anything is there anything you'd like to avoid? Yeah. What is your dream deadline? Is there anything you want to stay away from? Any clients in the industry to be aware of? So that is a good thing. I could always edit the questions before sending to the clients. So I'm just gonna real quickly just go through like what I do for the clients when I'm working with them. So this is like before the shoot. So the questionnaire, the contract, the invoice. So post some prompts. So they'll have like prepare to something to prepare. There will be like a couple of photos that will be saved in the post and prompts, and then there'll be like a client guides. So that could be like what to wear for the shoot type of thing. If I go back and say I'm gonna create a new photo shoot, and then I was having trouble with the audio. I'm sorry about that. As I was saying, if I'm creating, so if I go to that was branding, so let me say I can go to portrait. The shoot would be let's do lifestyle portrait. Contract would be like a general contract. And we'll say create the shoot, and then if we go to the questionnaire, I forgot if it changes. Oh, it does. So the questions do change. And tell me about yourself, interests, hobbies. Have you experienced professional photo shoot? Do you have any specific plan for these photos? Are there any particular photos on Instagram that you feel drawn to? Are there must-have shoots that you have your heart set on capturing? So that's for the, you know, and it goes on. Do you have image references? Is there anything you like to avoid? Personal style? Anything else I should know? You know, dislikes, music preferences. Do you like black and white photos, or do you prefer color mostly? Why have you booked me? Would you be interested in exploring optional option? Well, I'm gonna have to delete that one. So like, there's certain questions that I do delete before I send to the client, so that I know, like I specifically gear it towards that client. Which is your favorite lens and why? So this is a new lens that I got towards the end of last year, which I really love. Is this Nikon 35 lens. It's small, it's compact, it makes my camera look so damn sexy. It's so beautiful. It's also the perfect lens especially when I'm doing my portraits, is nice and close up, crisp, clear. The background is blurry, focuses on the subject. um yeah, I definitely love that camera, that lens so much. um when you go out on a when you go out to a shoot, do you take any essential items other than your camera and your lens? My tripod. I don't leave home without the tripod. The tripod is just so perfect, so small. It works really well with any shoots that I'm doing. It's nice and small and compact, so I can carry it with me anywhere I go. It's not an additional weight. And then once you set it up, it's really tall. You can make it really tall, you can make it very small, you can give it to your height. It stabilizes my camera so well. It does also come with a phone holder. But I did get this new phone holder that actually attaches to the camera where the light should be, since I don't use a lot of flashlights or any of that. I work with natural light most of the time. So that's actually new. I got it recently, like a couple of weeks ago, and that does so that I can put it on so the camera will be on the tripod and that can be on top of the camera. I'm gonna be taking that with me everywhere I go. Trust me. I think that is all the questions. Um, if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Um, Again, you can always send it to my email. And here's to me. Here's to me hoping that the audio actually did continue recording, because it keeps saying it's recording. But then on the other top it says upload completed. So I don't know if it's done it separately. But it's fine. I am also hoping that there's no feedback from both mics. And the episode will be posted today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, and on YouTube. And I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. I don't know if that will be a solo episode or with a guest, but either way.